Since the eagerly anticipated Avatar: The Way of Water became one of the most successful films ever, Avatar 3 has a lot to live up to. Even James Cameron was uncertain about the series' future prior to its debut if the follow-up did poorly at the box office. Despite the fact that it didn't do that, it has earned $2.17 billion to date, making it the fourth highest grossing film of all time. With The Way of Water joining Avatar and Titanic as his third and fourth most grossing films, Cameron can now claim 3 of the top 4. On the basis of that track record, you can't rule out Avatar 3 pulling off comparable box office marvels. If there are no post-production delays, the movie will be released in December 2024 after having already been filmed. Expect more enigmas to be revealed and more issues to remain unanswered in the 2 films that will follow the threequel. Here is everything you need to know about Avatar 3 while we wait for our next trip to Pandora. Avatar 3 release date. When will Avatar 3 be released in cinemas? In conclusion, Avatar 3 will open in theaters on December 20th, 2024, if there are no post-production delays. Every time the sequel moved, the threequel did as well, resulting in a string of release date adjustments. However, it was filmed concurrently with the follow-up, indicating that Avatar 3 has finished filming. The 2 films were shot from September 2017 to December 2020, however the third film still needs a ton of post-production. The release dates for Avatar 4 and 5 are currently slated for December 18, 2026 and December 22, 2028, respectively. The fourth movie, which has a younger cast, has already undergone some filming. But there is still more to be done, and the fifth movie's production hasn't even begun yet. The fifth film, however, already has a script in place. Avatar 3 cast, who's coming back for Avatar 3. Given that Avatar 3 and the follow-up were both in production at the same time, there are already a few confirmed returns for the upcoming picture, including Sam Worthington as Jake Sully and Zoe Saldana as Neytiri. The third film will be without NetIam, who was shot and murdered in The Way of Water's dramatic climax. The sequel also introduced us to the extended Sully family. When the Sully family interacts with the spirit tree, there is a chance that we will witness flashbacks or possibly NetIam, but he is undoubtedly dead. Every other Sully member lived, therefore we will see Sigourney Weaver as their adopted daughter Kiri, who is the biological daughter of Dr. Grace Augustine's Avatar, Britton Dalton as their adopted son Lak, and Trinity Jolie Bliss as their adoptive daughter Tuktiri. As Miles Spider Sakura, a person born on Pandora who was revealed to be Quaritch's son, Jack Champion will also be returned. At the conclusion of the sequel, he saved his father's life, but he decided to return to the Sullys. Speaking of Spider's father, Stephen Lang will return as Colonel Miles Quaritch, a Nasik's avatar who has been recreated and imbued with Quaritch's memories. Now that Jake has defeated him once more, he has even more motive to exact revenge. Tonawari, the chief of the Metcaena, and Ronal, his wife, will both be played by Kate Winslet and Bailey Bass, while Syria, their daughter, will also be played by Bailey Bass. According to Empire, Payakan, the endearing Tulkun who made Laak his friend in the sequel, will also return, along with Brendan Cowell's portrayal of his antagonist Mick Scoresby. Scoresby lost his arm as a result of Payakan. Therefore, he will undoubtedly seek retribution. In the third film, David Thewlis will play a hidden part alongside Michelle Yeoh, who will play Dr. Karina Mogg, and Una Chaplin, who will play Varring from Game of Thrones. Varring is the head of the Ash Humans, an aggressive, volcanic race of people that we'll see in the threequel. It has been revealed. The next film by director James Cameron will expose us to 2 new Nasik's cultures. The possibility of Vin Diesel joining the family has been ruled out, though, according to producer John Landau, who said Vin liked it. People took that statement out of context after he stopped by the set one day to see what we were up to. Avatar 3 title. What's Avatar 3 going to be called? Although the name of Avatar 3 hasn't been officially announced, we could already know it. The 4 Avatar sequels will be titled Avatar: The Way of Water, Avatar: The Seedbearer, Avatar: The Tulkun Rider, and Avatar: The Quest for Aiwa, according to a November 2018 BBC News story. Avatar: The Way of Water ended up becoming the name of the sequel, and Cameron acknowledged that the names were under discussion in February 2019. So, might the third film's working title be Avatar: The Seedbearer? Considering that the sequel's title wasn't revealed until the first teaser in May 2022, we probably won't find out for a time. Avatar 3 plot. What will Avatar 3 be about? Although Avatar: The Way of Water is largely self-contained, it does offer some hints concerning the plot of Avatar 3. The Sully family may have lost a member by the film's conclusion, but they are now a part of the Metcaena family. Jake's final voiceover makes it obvious that he is preparing to take a significant stand against the RDA in order to defend his family. He says, "This is our citadel, this is where we make our stand." Which, unless Cameron is playing a practical joke on us, hints that the third film might feature an all-out battle between the Nasiks and the RDA. Although Cameron has confirmed that Lak will take over narration for the third film, Jake will no longer be narrating Avatar 3. Instead, other characters will be narrating the fourth and fifth films. In the third film, there are still unanswered questions, such as who Kiri's father is and why she is so connected to Aiwa that she is able to manipulate Pandora's flora and fauna. You can anticipate Avatar 3 to be closely related to The Way of Water because, interestingly, authors Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver stated to Variety that there was previously too much material for the sequel and it was split into 2 movies. Apart from stating that the relationships built up in the sequel, such as between the 2 sets of parents, continue to play out in the 3rd film, the duo remain mum on exactly what we may anticipate. However, Jack Champion has provided a little more information regarding the 3rd film, teasing that when he first read it, he was quite astonished. Just a sharp left turn is made, which is not a negative thing. When you think you understand where it's heading, a wrecking ball suddenly appears. You are therefore utterly astounded and say, "Oh wow, I never believed that would have happened." To The Hollywood Reporter, he said. You also get to learn about additional cultures and experience more of Pandora's locations. Therefore, in my opinion, it surpasses Avatar 2. They will all improve when they work together. The Sully family, though, will be at the center of whatever Avatar 3 ends up being about, much like the sequel. The Sully family is at the center of each of our sequels. In December 2021, producer John Landau said, "What are the dynamics that parents go through to safeguard their family?" Adding that the culmination of all 4 sequels will create an even grander epic narrative. It's more like episodic television in the sense that the characters are the characters. The characters have their problems, and those problems will persist, and they'll get resolved over multiple films. However, the exact threat at that particular time will always be overcome. That is the theme we used for these flicks. Avatar 3 trailer. Any Avatar 3 footage yet? Awfully, no. Even though Avatar 3 has been filmed, we have yet to see any of it. And unless director James Cameron has a surprise plan for the film's release, we may have to wait until 2024 to see anything. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.